Take your notebooks, give the first heading, defects of vision and their correction. We have to study mainly 3 defects of vision, namely myopia, hypermetropia, presbyopia. But in earlier class, we have seen one more defect. What was that? With a reference to crystalline lens, we have seen one condition. What was that? With the reference
Cataract.
to cataract. So that is also a defect. Summary is that we will mainly deal with 4 defects. And we have already covered cataract, so I'm not discussing it again here. Can anyone tell what was cataract? It is a condition predominantly in older people where what happens?
The crystalline lens become milky and cloudy.
Yeah, crystalline lens become milky and cloudy. So it will lose its flexibility. The image formation will become too blurry. So only remedy is to get a surgery done. You have to replace that portion. Now here we will deal with some more defects, and first one you can give the heading myopia. So first one, give the heading myopia. Now in general, what do you mean by defect? Defect is any condition which prevents normal vision of the eye. See, normally the eye can see what? The near point up to 25 centimeter, far point up to infinity. If any conditions prevents any of the person's eye from having that normal vision or normal range of vision, you call it as defect. So again, what do you mean by defect? Anything that prevents the eye from viewing the normal range of vision, you call it as defect. First defect, myopia. Now tell, myopia is also called by other names. Which all?
Short-sightedness.
Yeah, short-sightedness. Or instead of short-sightedness, you can also call it as
nearsightedness.
Yeah, nearsightedness. So write it down. Myopia we can call by all these different names. It is the same thing, short-sightedness or nearsightedness. Now we already know from the word short-sightedness, that is a person suffering from myopia is short-sighted. What is the meaning? He will be able to see
nearby objects.
Yeah,
clearly.
nearby objects clearly. But that person will not be able to see far away objects. So write it down. A person suffering from myopia can see nearby objects clearly, but cannot see distant object or far away objects clearly. That is myopia. So far away means for a normal person, he can see far away up to what? Infinity. So we can conclude that in myopia, there is some issue with this far point of the person. We can understand that for normal person, he can see up to infinity, but this person cannot see this distant object. So right away, I can conclude there will be some issues with the far point of the person. Another characteristic, write it down. In this case, when he tries to focus on a faraway object, the image is not formed on retina, but instead it is formed in front of retina. For a myopic person's eye, the image formation happens in front of retina, not on the retina. Now, if image is formed in front of the retina, will he be able to see? Imagine a myopic eye and a person stand at a faraway distance. Now, image formation happens in front of the retina. That means here. But ideally, retina is this region. Will this person will be able to recognize the person A? Yes or no? Tell fast.
No.
He will not be able to see it clearly. Don't think there will be no image formation. There will be image formation because even after this point also the rays will go and strike the retina. So the rays will strike retina. If the rays strike retina, you will get some kind of image. But that image formation will not be clear enough. So clear image he cannot see. But instead we can say the image will be what? Blurred. So a person suffering from myopia, don't think that he will go blind, focusing on distant object. No, he still can see something. But what is the significance? That image will be considerably blurred. So understand this thing. We'll casually say he cannot see a distant object. When I say he cannot see distant object, here this word is very important. He cannot see clearly, meaning he still can see, but will have a blurred vision. Is that point clear?
Yes.
Okay. Now we need to see the causes for myopia. There are predominantly 2 causes. I told the issue is with the far point of the person's eye. So right, first point, here the far point is not at infinity. For a myopic person, the far point is not at infinity. And the 2 main reasons are, first one, right, excessive curvature of the lens. Excessive curvature of the lens. In previous class, we have clearly seen the relation between curvature and focal length and also power. Can you not recall that? If curvature of a lens is more, what will happen to focal length? Focal length will be more or less. Take this lens, it is highly curved. compare it with a thin lens. What about the focal length? Focal length will decrease. This lens has more curvature. I can conclude here the focal length will be less, or lens becomes thick. More curvature means it will become more thick. Whereas for this one, it is thin lens. It is thin lens. Here the curvature is less, but in that case, focal length will increase. So myopia is mainly due to curvature of the lens. Curvature of the lens. That is apart from a thin lens. Normally, when the object is at far distance, we have studied the position of the eye lens. It should be what? Thin enough. But here, it is not that much thin. It will remain as thick lens. That is why it is not able to focus on retina, but in front of the retina. Or I can say the convergence power of the lens is more in this case. Convergence power of the lens is more in this case. Now, second reason, write it down, due to elongation of the eyeball. Second reason is due to elongation of the eyeball. What is the normal diameter of human eye?
2.3 centimeter.
Yeah, normal, it is 2.3 centimeter. But in some people, by birth itself, it will be much higher than that. In that case, the power of the lens will not be changing. Suppose this is the normal eye of a person. In that you have a lens, and if rays come, that it will focus on the retina. Now, in some cases, if the eyeball becomes larger than this normal size, let us consider this case. Eyeball becomes larger. Elongation means what? Increase in length. But here, the power of the lens is remaining the same. So what happens? The retina is at this point, and you can see the image formation occurs only up to here. That is in front of retina. So this is the second reason for myopia. So two causes for myopia. First one, excessive curvature. If curvature is more, the lens is thick, focal length will be less. It will cause image formation in front of retina. Second one, elongation of eyeball. That is, normal eyeball is about 2.3 centimeter. But if it elongates, the retina goes backward, but here image formation happens in front of retina. Then moving on, next we need to see how to correct myopia. So give the subheading correction of myopia. And here we need to focus on ray diagram. Ray diagram, you can see it is given in page number 189, figure 11.2. You can refer it later. Now just try to understand the diagram. The diagrams are very important whenever questions are asked for exam. They used to specifically ask for drawing the correction diagrams. It comes for 3 marks. So try to understand. It is very simple, but many of you may not care. They will try to simply by heart those diagrams. Okay, tell which lens is used to correct myopia.
Concave.
Yeah, so first write down a myopic condition can be treated by using a concave lens of suitable power. Using a concave lens of suitable power. Now, what is the other name for concave lens?
Diverging lens.
Yeah, it is a diverging lens. So here we know that for a myopic person's eye, the image is formed in front of the retina. I need to take this back. If I need to take this back, I should diverge it away. So we use diverging lens. First diagram is far point of a myopic eye. We are going to see far point of a myopic eye. And we know, ideally for normal eye, far point should be where? For normal eye, far point should be infinity. But for a myopic person, the far point is not at infinity. Suppose I'm going to take, let this far point be at 100 centimeter. Let the far point of a myopic eye be 100 centimeter. So we are going to consider a diagram where the far point lies at 100 centimeter. So this is the eye lens and this is the far point. You can note down, this is the far point. And I told I'm going to take, for example, consider it to be at 100 centimeter. If the rays come from this point, will he be able to see? Yes or no? If a rays come from the far point of this myopic person's eye, will he be able to see it clearly?
Yes.
Yes. So the image formation occurs at the retina itself. There is no problem with this eye. Now, if an object comes from far point, the person can see it clearly. And again, I am repeating, in all the diagram, I have not marked the arrows. So whenever you draw the diagram, you should mark the arrows correctly. Without arrows, all the diagrams will be meaningless. So there is no issue when the object is placed at the far point. That is, if a person come and stand here, this person can clearly see the particular person. That is his face. Everything will be clear enough. No issues. But now, if an object goes further away, that is greater than this far point. If an object goes at a distance u is equal to greater than far point, in that case, what will happen? The person will not be able to see it clearly. Here, the image formation happens in front of retina. So we are going to see that case. Next, right, for a myopic eye. And when a myopic eye, I'm going to take the object even farther. To denote at a far distance, I've been using dotted lines. So dotted lines means it is coming from a far away distance or infinity. I can say here the object is coming from infinity. Now tell, will he be able to see clearly?
No.
No. Why? Because image is formed in front of retina. Image is formed in front of retina. And you can see, if it had to be clear, the lens should have been even more thin. If the lens had been even more thin, it should have focused on the retina. But here the lens is remaining thick enough. So the focal length is less and image is formed in front of retina. Now tell, for correction, what should I do? We need to take this rays to this point. Yes or no? I need to shift this rays to this point. For that, what if I use a convex lens here? Can I use a convex lens here? Yes or no?
No.
If I use a convex lens, what will be the result?
The light will get converged in the eye.
Yeah,
Eye
converge
wall.
even front of this point, because this is a converging lens. The eye lens is also converging. So if I use two converging lenses together, the converging power will increase more. So here, ideally, the rays will focus at a much earlier distance. Now here will be the focus. So converging lens is useless in this case. And what is the opposite, or what can we do for that? We can use a
Concave lens.
diverging lens or concave lens. And what do concave lens do? It will diverge the light rays. It will diverge the light rays. And as a result, now this eye lens will converge into point on retina. That is how you correct it. Next, we need to draw the correction diagram. Correction for myopia. Here also, we will place a concave lens in front of the eye. And this is too close. You already know spectacles are when too close to the eye. See, normally if you draw a concave lens, incident rays strike on the concave lens, you should draw divergence in this fashion, right? But here it is placed too close. So you don't need to worry about this angle. That is, I should not worry about large divergence angle. You can show almost a straight line. I will show a very little deviation. This will be enough. Don't diverge the ray like this point here, because it will not enter the eye. Why? Because the lens is placed too close to the eye. Yes or no? When you wear spectacles, you wear it too close. So this distance you can approximate to be a kind of straight line. That is what I will draw here. Always we know for a concave lens, whenever parallel beam of light strike on it, it will diverge, and that divergence will happen with reference to what? Divergence will happen with reference to, what is this point called?
Focus.
Yeah, focus. So that is what is shown there. Then it will diverge and will strike the lens. Now the lens can focus it on retina. So that is how you correct myopia. Try to understand what does the concave lens do. Concave lens, we already know, it always form virtual image on the same side as that of the object. So what is this point called? What is this point? This is the focus of this lens. This is the focus of this lens. For a concave lens, if I draw a parallel beam of light, strike it, it will diverge. And that divergence will happen with reference to what? Focus. So this is the focus. And here, this point will be the focus of this lens. And the focus of the lens is also what? Focus of the lens will also be the first diagram. What is that?
Far point.
Yeah, far point. So you have made the focus of this concave lens equal to far point of this person. And if image is formed at far point, there is no issues with the person. He can see it clearly. So you are playing with that person's eye. Or I can say you are trying to, when you place a lens, you are trying to fool your eye. How? Actually, the object is coming from infinity. But when you place the lens, the brain will not understand that it is coming from infinity. The brain will think that it is coming from far point. So it will form a clear image. So every time when you are wearing specs, you are actually fooling your brain to think that the object is coming from this distance, not at infinity. Why? Because concave lens makes this even possible. It focuses the image on its focus, which is at the far point of the person. Is this clear?
Yes.
Just recall it fast. So first one, far point of a normal person's eye. What is the first diagram? Where should you place the object? Tell fast. For a far point of a myopic eye, where should I place the object first? In the first diagram, I should place the object on?
At far point.
Yeah, at far point. So I am placing the object at far point. For normal person, it is at infinity. For myopic eye, it is not at infinity. It is at this distance. Now from there, rays will come, strike the lens, and you will get the image formation. No issues. Now second case, we will consider for a myopic eye. Myopic eye, this case where I am placing the object.
Infinity.
Yeah, infinity. But if rays come from infinity, will this person be able to focus on retina?
No.
No, it will form in front of retina. This condition we call myopia. Why this occurs? Because the lens is thick. It is not becoming thin enough, or excessive curvature of lens. Now for correction, what should I do? You should bring a
Concave lens.
Yeah, concave lens. Now what will concave lens do? The parallel rays will come and strike the concave lens, but the concave lens will diverge. And that divergence will happen with reference to its focus. And what is the key point here? The focus of the concave lens will be equal to, focus of the concave lens will be equal to far point of the myopic eye. This is a very important idea. The focal length of the correction lens, here this is the focal length of the correction lens, will be equal to the far point of the myopic eye. Understand that. If you want, note it down somewhere. It will help you while doing problems. Whenever we do correction for myopia, this point is very important. The focal length of the concave lens that we use will be equal to the far point of the myopic eye. And in this case, you will get the image formation happening on the retina. Okay, if that is the case, try to do this question fast. I have mentioned a key point during the last part. If you just keep that point in mind, you can easily solve it in 1 or 2 steps. Read the question well. First, write down what is given, then write what is to be found, then solve it fast. The far point of a myopic person is 80 centimeter in front of the eye. So, person suffering from myopia, the far point should have been infinity, but here it is at 80 centimeter. Now you need to find what is the nature of lens. Nature means what type of lens you should use. Second, whatever lens you use, guess the power of the lens. So you are ideally being an ophthalmologist here. You are asked to diagnose the condition of the patient. So with this theory, this is what ophthalmologists do. Simple thing. They will diagnose the condition, figure out whether he is suffering from myopia or presbyopia. We will calculate the power of the lens. So you are technically being an ophthalmologist here. How shall we solve this? So understood the concept, can easily tell. That is, first consider the ray diagram. That is correction ray diagram. That should come to your mind. First of all, you can easily answer this part. Yes or no? What is the nature of the lens?
Concave.
So write it down. The lens should be concave in nature, or it can be corrected by concave lens. So corrected by concave lens. Concave lens. Now second condition. Second, we need to find the focal length. Clear? Second, we need to find the focal length. How to find focal length? First, write down. So this is our lens. Now in lens, where is the object placed? In this condition, tell me, where is the actual object placed? Or what is object distance?
Infinity.
Yeah, infinity. So write down. Object distance is infinity. Now where should you form the image? Where should you form the image? You should form the image at the far point. Then only the brain can see it. So where should be the image? For a myopic person, it is 80 centimeter. This is 80 centimeter. This length is 80 centimeter. It is given. So where should he form the image, or where should this lens form the image? That is the question. Where should this lens form the image? It should form image on the far point. Yes or no?
Yes.
Then only you will be able to see it clearly. I told, when you are placing the lens, you are making your brain to think that actually the object is coming from the far point. That is what the lens is doing. So here it is 80 centimeter. Now apply sign convention. Apply sign convention. Concave lens. Whatever distance you measure toward the left side will be positive or negative. Concave lens.
Negative.
Negative. So write it negative. And infinity also you can write negative, but infinity, positive or negative doesn't make a difference. It is a very large number. Tell which equation can I use? To find focal length of a lens, name the equation to be used.
1 by V minus 1 by U is equal to 1 by F.
Yeah. What is the name of that equation?
Lens formula.
Yeah. So write down. By lens formula or from lens formula, we know that 1 by F is equal to 1 by V minus 1 by U. Now substitute here. Substituting here, you will get 1 by F is equal to 1 by V is 1 by minus 80. And 1 by U is infinity.